Some of the rare adventure sports that are conducted in the army in general are free fall skydiving. The entire length and breadth of Himalayas east to west has been traversed by the army team. Army teams have gone up to Everest, so have the naval teams and the Air Force team also. First is higher education and training, both in India and abroad. I would like to say that if you have joined the Army as an officer, Army, Navy, Air Force as an officer, either as a medical graduate, engineering graduate, engineering various lines are there, telecommunication line, the IT line, or electrical and mechanical engineer line, or you have joined the engineers as a sapper. Once you have joined, you have proven yourself, you get extraordinary opportunities to do higher studies. Higher studies in IITs, higher studies, post-graduation studies in All India Institute of Medical College and other top medical colleges of India. Plus, if you professionally you are doing well, you get an opportunity to do staff college in various foreign countries like US, UK, Indonesia. You get to do your war college equivalent to your NDC in US, in UK, in France, in Indonesia, in Malaysia. There's a lot of opportunity to do higher education in the armed forces. I don't think this sort of a facility is there anywhere else. You can pursue even foreign language. Even foreign language you can do higher studies while in the services. Whether you are in the infantry, in the armored corps, or in the technical line, you are exposed to cutting edge technology. Today, the infantryman operates missiles worth crores of rupees. Communication equipment, which is not seen even in the civil side, you get to handle and learn in the armed forces. Aircrafts, stealth frigates, submarines. You just don't walk into a submarine and start handling the submarine or the aircraft. It takes years of training to become a capable submariner or a pilot. Now, if you are fond of adventure, the armed forces in general, but the Indian Army in particular, is a trendsetter of adventure sports in India. Some of the rare adventure sports that are conducted in the army in general are free fall skydiving. The entire length and breadth of Himalayas east to west has been traversed by the army team. Army teams have gone up to Everest, so have the naval teams and the Air Force team also. And if you have passion for any type of adventure sports, then the armed forces offer you all the opportunities, not only to you, even to your children, to pursue these sports. If you take your mind back, the first person who went into space was coordinator Rakesh Sharma. Now India is preparing again for a space mission. And who was being trained? Again, the armed forces. They are being trained for the space mission. I did make a mention of Milkha Singh and Neeraj Chopra. Over here, I would like to elaborate that 80% of medals won by India in international events are from the armed forces. 80% of them. How is it? Because there is a conscientious decision to churn out world-class athletes. And that's why in the defense services you have a mission known as Mission Olympics. First step towards this is talent hunting. You traverse the width and length and breadth of the country, you spot talent, you make them join the army, on sports quota. They are trained only for sports. Neeraj Chopra was one such case. Milkha Singh was a cook in the army. His talent was spotted and he was trained to become a world-class runner. This opportunity is provided in some other organizations also, like the railways, but not to the extent that the armed forces does it, because we have the resources to do such training. Okay. Now, I would say, I told you before also that you have an opportunity to get posted abroad. Now, the postings abroad, how does it come about? It is not only the posting abroad, but it's the opportunity to work with major armies of the world. Like an officer can get selected to go to a UN mission, so can a whole unit be selected to go to the UN mission. So you have an opportunity to serve in a UN mission. You have an opportunity to serve in the UN headquarters in New York. You also have an opportunity to command multinational forces in the United Nations. The armed forces, by virtue of the organization, by virtue of the structure, it trains you to become adept in organizing. It hones your organizational skills like no other organization. How does it happen? See, the army, it's deployed in high altitude in mountains in excess of 15,000 feet. And they are cut off from the logistic supply during the winters. So how are they stocked for the winters? This in itself is a logistician's nightmare. But the army teaches you and tells you the mechanics or the techniques of how to carry out calculation, as also physically ensure that the stocks are there in the post during the winters. Organizational skills with regard to hosting mega events. And when we talk about mega events, we are talking about real huge events like the Commonwealth Games, like the Asian Games. They are entrusted to the armed forces for the conduct, organizing and conduct. You get rewarded for whatever you do. So you have an opportunity, which is that organization where you have the opportunity to prove your gallantry, to prove your dedication to the service, to display high level of motivation and get rewarded. And rewarded by whom? The President of India. So these are the unique, extraordinary opportunities that the armed forces can offer to you. If you do well, all these opportunities can come your way. Okay, the next opportunity that the armed forces provide to you comes out of the training that you have received, the discipline that you have acquired, your stature in the armed forces, the extra qualifications that you have acquired through higher education. So the armed forces, once you retire from the armed forces, there are very good avenues for post-retirement opportunities. And this comes out of your experience in the armed forces, 30 plus years of experience in the armed forces. This is a huge plus opportunity for the armed forces people. Now, some of the armed forces people also get an opportunity to represent India, not only in sporting events, in bilateral and multilateral meetings and events. Bilateral meetings, what are the bilateral meetings? Annual defense dialogue with, say, Singapore or, say, with Sri Lanka. So, armed forces are very much part of this. I was myself a member of the dialogue between many countries. And when I talk about meetings, we have bilateral, multilateral exercises with foreign countries, with Russia. We take part in a competition held in Russia annually, where China, Korea, all the Central Asian states, they come and participate. We send our tanks from India to participate in this competition. The Indian Army every year participates in the Cambrian Patrol. This competition is held annually in UK. The Indian Army has won the gold medal on 3 occasions. It is a very tough endurance competition. Endurance combined with navigation. So where else? Yes, other organizations also have their officers going abroad for meetings and other things. But over here as an organization, in large scale, you get a chance to go and participate in bilateral and multilateral meetings and events.